Hey YouTube, Michigan Prepared back. Listen, found a couple interesting things that I'd like to talk about. One, and it's probably the biggest one that I'd like to get out of the way. If you guys follow it at all, the New York Post put out an article about a sunspot that's going to hit Earth almost directly. Again, I don't know if you guys follow that, but that's something that you're going to want to pay attention to, be aware of. Again, I'll put the articles up here on the screen somewhere so you guys can pause it and read it. I'll try to leave them up long enough, but again, you can always pause it to read it. So yeah, there's a sunspot, and if you guys ain't aware of what that could do, if it blows out of the sun and it comes towards Earth, it could cause an EMP, which could knock out the U.S. power grid, your vehicles. It could do some damage depending on how strong it is, and they're saying it's a pretty big one, so I'm really not certain on the scale level that they use for it, but yeah, the New York Post, they just released the article saying that there's a potential for it to hit Earth and do a little damage. So yeah, just be aware of that. Stock up on some things now, extra batteries and flashlights or whatever. If you guys don't already have them, that's always good stuff to have anyway. The second thing that I'd like to talk about is Belarus. With the conflict going on over in Russia, and Belarus being Russia's little crony, his little sidekick, or whatever you want to call them, they're stepping up military efforts, and they're getting ready. So I just kind of wanted to bring that to your guys' attention too. Excuse me. That this war isn't slowing down anytime soon, and if you watched any of my videos, you already know that I preach stock up and prepare. Michigan Prepared. That's what I'm about. Stock up and prepare. You're going to want to have at least a month's worth of food for your family and whatnot. Some water filters, whatever. Stock up on shelf-stable foods. Again, beating a dead horse here, but stock up on your beans and rice. Protein and calories is all you need to survive, and you guys can figure out how to make it taste good from there. You know, canned meats, seasoning packs, whatever. But those are the biggest one, guys. I wouldn't recommend buying those freeze-dried survival meals off of Amazon or Four Patriots or whatever other ones are out there. I wouldn't recommend buying those, guys. They're way expensive. And if on the headline it says that it's designed for, you know, a year's worth of survival food, that's for one person. So if that year's worth of survival food is going for, well, hell, I don't even know what they're going for anymore. Well, let's say, for instance, they're going for $5,000, but you've got 4 people in your family. That's what, 5, 10, 15, that's $20,000 you would spend on a year's worth of survival food. Now, I don't know what you spend when you go grocery shopping for the entire year, but I'm telling you what, beans and rice and shelf-stable foods like canned meats, freeze-dried coffees, canned vegetables, all that stuff is shelf-stable, and I can guarantee you can probably feed all of your family for a hell of a lot less than 20 grand for an entire year. And that's even buying like a vacuum sealer and vacuum sealing the bags of or vacuum sealing small bags of rice into family-sized portions, or sealing your bags with some bags of dry beans with oxygen absorbers, you know, to keep them fresher, longer, whatever. I mean, they'll already sit on the shelf for a really long time as is, but you know what I mean. Keep it out of the moisture, vacuum seal them, put an oxygen absorber in there, and they'll last for forever. And with the food crisis that we're getting into, and the reason why I'm talking about that is kind of leading into what I was wanting to talk about next. And another reason why you guys need to stock up, okay? I've also talked about civil unrest. Well, right now we're starting to see this, the beginning stages of civil unrest. And it's not against the citizens. It's it's against big government companies and other stuff. There's farmers here in the U.S. and around the globe that are pushing back against the 2030 zero carbon emissions agenda. And one of the ways people are doing that is Bill Gates has a synthetic meat plant over in the Netherlands that just recently burnt down, caught fire. I don't know if it actually burned to the ground. One could only hope that it did, but either way, somebody set it on fire. And again, I'll post that up here somewhere so you guys can read it. But what's funny about that, guys, is Bill Gates, he owns most of the farming land throughout the U.S., correct? Well, he's not raising cattle. He's not, planting crops. Actually, he is planting crops. And I can't remember where. But the weird thing about him and planting the crops is they're infusing these crops with the mRNA vaccine, whatever. I don't know if they've perfected it to where if we can consume products with the mRNA in it, will it flush through our system? I don't know. They may have perfected it. I'm not sure. But yeah, I heard some reports to where leafy green vegetables that you buy at your supermarket are being infused with the mRNA vaccine. So yeah, that's fun. But there's farmers, like I said, pushing back against the 2030 agenda, which, if you guys don't know, AOC had introduced the new Green Deal. Pretty sure y'all are aware of it. Well, it didn't fly, and if you guys are paying attention, you would realize that slowly but surely they're implementing each stage of the new Green Deal one by one. Zero emissions, no gas vehicles. Hell, they're cutting off all the pipelines. No coal emissions. Hell, last I knew, they're shutting down a lot of the coal-fired electric plants or whatever. Head of cattle, farmers' crops. It all seems to be dying off, guys. And maybe my tinfoil hat's on a little too tight, but if you ask me, everything that's going on in the world, the food shortages, the gas shortages, everything else, it kind of fits into their zero carbon emissions 2030 agenda. Call me crazy if you will, but and granted, I didn't graduate high school, but I tell you what, 2 + 2 is still 4 in my book, and it's all adding up, guys. So yeah, you guys are going to want to stock up. So I think that's about all I had for the day. There was a sunspot thing that I definitely wanted to tell you guys about. Again, just be precautious and pay attention to whether or not it happens. You can look it up on Google. Again, if it happens and if it hits Earth just right, bam, there goes our power grid, guys. So have a backup source for all your food that's in your freezers. Maybe learn how to pressure can or water bath can, or maybe make some jerky out of the meats that you guys have put in the freezer. I don't know. But figure out ways to preserve it in case the power grid goes down, guys. Generators ain't gonna last forever. Got to remember, if the power grid goes down, you can't fill propane tanks, and natural gas plants can't pump natural gas. So stock up on your dry goods, your shelf-stable foods, guys. Again, I can't preach it enough. And the only reason why I keep beating a dead horse is because, like I've always said, if I can save just one family, just one child from these videos that you guys are watching, well, I've done my job. And again, my ugly butt doesn't like to be on camera, but I'm doing this to try to help you guys out. I figure there's a lot of people out there like me. Hell, we don't have cable at my house. Yeah, we got internet and stuff like that, but I literally don't watch TV, guys. I look up all my my info on Google and on Yahoo. I spend a lot of time on there. I spend a lot of time watching other YouTubers and verifying their stuff. So nothing I bring to you is on the side of BS. I mean, again, take everything with a grain of salt, and I don't try to fearmonger. But the good news is, guys, is with the government's 2030 New Green Deal agenda, zero carbon emissions that they got going on, people are starting to push back. And that is great. That is great news for everybody. The start of it are these farmers, both here in the U.S. and other countries alike, trying to push back on the whole carbon emissions and the diesel fuel and everything else, guys. This is by no accident. Everything that you see going on right now is most definitely planned. If Biden remains in office past November, after the midterms, whatnot, I can't say for sure how scary it's going to be, guys, but I guarantee you, if they cheat their way through the midterms and Biden stays in office, for some reason he's not impeached, him with along with Kamala, well, you know damn well they've cheated. And I guarantee you, this crap that you guys seeing on going on right now is not even close to the crap that you guys are going to see going on. I mean, they're probably going to throw the switch into full speed, you know, and they're really going to try to fulfill what they're trying to fulfill. So again, guys, be prepared. Keep your heads on a swivel. Make sure you got some home defense tools. Make sure you got food put away. You can put away as much water as you want, but if you're limited on space, again, guys, the Zero water pitcher, again, I'm not sponsored by them, but I have one and I absolutely love the damn thing. Or a Berkey water filter, and in my opinion, the Zero is much better. It filters out a lot more things. I mean, I know people swear by the Berkey, and I'm probably going to get some nasty comments. I don't know. But the Zero water pitcher, in my opinion, is by far superior. Even though it's a lot cheaper, for some reason it just works better. So yeah, guys, keep your heads on a swivel. Civil unrest, inflation, people still can't afford things. And I'm still hearing reports that, you know, people are being robbed at grocery stores when they're bringing their carts out to the cars, or, you know, if the person doing the attacking is a bit on the chicken shit side of things, they'll follow you straight to your house. They'll wait until you get home and they'll rob you there. So again, guys, when you leave the grocery store, look up in your rearview mirror. Just be alert. If you see that same car behind you for miles or however long it takes you to get to your house, don't stop at your house, guys. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere safe, somewhere where somebody can help protect you. Keep your heads on a swivel, guys. That's all I can say. There's a lot of muggings, a lot of car theft. Car theft is on the rise like crazy. Muggings are on the rise. Robberies. Hell, there was a Taco Bell in my area that was robbed literally 4 times in one day. Why they didn't shut down after the first or second one, I don't know. And then we have another store in my hometown that was just robbed. I mean, the robberies are going up, guys. People they can't afford nothing, so they're taking what they need, taking what they want. Keep your heads on a swivel. That's about it, guys. Again, I'll post those articles. You've probably already seen them by now, but I'll definitely post them somewhere in the video so you guys can read them. With that being said, stay safe, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Please share this to all your friends. Again, my goal: save one family, one child, whatever I can do with the info that I'm bringing to you guys. With that being said, guys, mission prepared out. Have a safe day.